What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bossalini Neat, back at you again with another positive message from Ambitious Hustlers Pod. Dating as the firstborn daughter. I've made so many mistakes in the partners that I chose to choose over several years of my life when I was actively dating. And I realized I was choosing the wrong partners because I didn't really know what kind of partner to choose. Yeah, I'm independent, but that's because I had no choice but to be independent coming up. Just because I'm independent doesn't mean that I don't want your help in my life. What sucks as the firstborn daughter, when you grow up doing what everybody wants you to do, you get a false sense of love. You get a false sense of what love truly is. Like you start to think that love is performative. Maybe if I do this, then this person will love me. You start seeing love more transactional. Maybe if I do this, wear what he likes, or go with him somewhere that I know I'm not even interested in, he'll like me more. Because of abandonment issues, you quick to cut people off before they could cut you, which almost cost you real good relationships, because everybody is not out to get you. That's something that you have to learn as the firstborn daughter. As the firstborn daughter, you have to learn that there are people out here that want to help you. Everybody is not out here to get you. Nobody talks about this though. It's like you got to relearn life all over again. Because what you thought love was doing something right, and then you get an applause for it. You thought love was as long as you were a good child, if you did everything they told you to do. When you get older, you realize that's not what love is. That's not what love is. You deserve love because you exist. You deserve love just because you're breathing air. That's the only qualification to get genuine, unconditional love. There's no other qualification for it, right? But dating as the firstborn daughter, you come into the dating situation and you think, I gotta do something for this person to want to be with me. I realized something, y'all. Dogs get love just because they're dogs. Because people want them and they cost money. What makes you different from a dog? Other than the fact that you're a human, the obvious, but what makes you different from a dog? Don't you deserve unconditional love too? It's things that you have to relearn. I picked some bad partners. And because I always got last, or sometimes I was never included or received at all, I picked partners that spent money. So as long as you're spending money, that's the kind of partner I want. Because it had me feeling like I wasn't deserving coming up. All because I exist. I wasn't deserving. Everyone else was deserving, but I wasn't. So I didn't get. So I chose partners out of those issues. Firstborn daughter problems. A thankless job that you never even signed up for. But you had to do the job because you're the firstborn and you exist. And these are your responsibilities. I can say this today because Sidebar. A guy reached out to me the other day, right? Yeah, because I'm a bachelorette. You got to know it, baby. You got to know it. A guy reached out to me the other day and he asked me about my parents. He asked me about my mother and my father. And I told him straight up, like, I have lovely parents. They're great people. They taught me to never settle. That's right. Because as far as you're concerned, they're great people. Me talking about old childhood traumas that I'm past is not going to help me in a future relationship. People are very manipulative and crafty. You're not going to use something that I told you just to be talking, really, because I'm past it, and try to figure out a way to control and manipulate me. I'm already thinking ahead. So I'll just go ahead and tell you where I am now. I think that they're lovely people, and they taught me to never settle. Now, how they taught me that doesn't matter. Just know I was taught that. So it offended the guy, right? And he's like, you got to think for yourself. I'm like, I said, of course, I never said I wouldn't think for myself, love. I never said that. But I just go back to what I was just saying. If I would have knew that when I first started dating, I'm a lover girl. I love being in a relationship. Like, it sucks as the firstborn daughter because people, if you carry yourself a certain way, you look a certain way, people just think that you like being single. Like, no, what? If it was up to me, I'd already been in a committed relationship and we'd still be together for decades and decades, but happily together. But I didn't really understand how to choose a proper partner for myself. So I chose partners based on my upbringing, what I felt I lacked. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? You get older, you're old enough to date, and then you start dating and you choose partners just like your parents. The true healing starts when we look at our life for what it was and not for what we wanted it to be. Outside of everything that you went through, what did you learn? That's most important. Because if we didn't learn anything, we tend to repeat those same cycles. It's just, hey, dating. Dating as the firstborn daughter. The one that had to be responsible. Sometimes overlooked and left out. Reason why? It doesn't matter. It's just, that's what it was. And I'm thankful. Because as I said, I'm a lover girl. I love to be in a relationship. I love to be committed. But I realized something. Even if I would have got committed, it would have been the wrong person because I was not ready. Do the inner work. I don't know where you are in your life, what you have going on. Do the inner work. Look at your past. And look at your past with your head up. And your feet planted on the ground. Because, yeah, it happened. And it's okay that it happened because you're still here. You're still here. You are still here. And that's what counts. Every day that we have breath in our body. That is an opportunity for a better day, a better life. Absolutely. 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 Do the work. We deserve good partners. We deserve partners that are generous, but genuinely generous. We deserve partners that consider us the way we consider others. Absolutely. You deserve that. And one of my biggest fears was, I could say this because it's not a fear anymore, but one of my biggest fears was being the oldest, taking care of kids, and then growing up and having kids for a man to take me for granted. That's why I ran from it, literally. I did whatever it took to make sure a man couldn't trap me with kids. That was my biggest fear, because I was thinking, if I got to raise these kids, I got to be there for these kids. And I didn't even have them. I don't even want, I want to have a childhood. I can't even do this. And I didn't even have them. No man is going to abandon me with children. That was my attitude. I'm going to keep it real with you guys over here. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. That was my attitude. So I just want to say, do the work. Do the work. Do the inner work. You deserve that. You deserve a future. The future is yours. If we're going to look at the past, we need to look at the past to learn. But anyway, that's my spiel. Dating as the firstborn daughter. If you like this video, you have something you want to say, please drop it in the comments. I want to know what you guys think about this topic. Again, thanks for tuning in with your girl, Bossalini Neat. Join my community today. Like, comment, subscribe, lock in with me. Stay motivated and keep the faith and read your Bible for yourself.